Welcome to another episode of Dad Can We Talk. I'm your host, Anthony Ray, and this is episode 69 today. So, y'all listen, man. We're coming up on the end of the year. I got a few more episodes that I'll be doing this year, and then I will be graduating with my bachelor's degree on December 17th. So, for about 3 weeks, I'm going dark. I ain't gonna be doing no podcast, man. It's about to go up, man. I'm about to get some stuff situated, make some plans for what I'm finna be going into next year. Y'all just stay tuned, man. I want to break this news though, man. So going into next year, y'all be looking out for a new podcast that I will be hosting. So I want to kind of switch it up a little bit. You know, Dad Can We Talk is my baby. You know, I had this idea for 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, man. So this right here is my baby. But I've been having another idea of another podcast, and this one is going to be called Men Can We Talk. And this is going to be not just dads, but this one is going to be men in general. Young men, older men, whatever, man. It's because I ran into a lot of men that want to come on the podcast, but they're not dads. And Dad Can We Talk is specifically for dads. Like I can't do anything other than that. I want to stick to the script. So Dad Can We Talk gonna always be this, you know, and this is an intimate session, you know, me and another dad. Like that's how I've always wanted it, and that's what it is. But Men Can We Talk, we're gonna have another format. I'm gonna be sitting down with having sessions with multiple men, you know, at the table, and we're gonna go in on life's struggles, everything. You know, we just gonna go in, you know, and we're gonna talk life. You know, it's gonna be just like Dad Can We Talk, but it's gonna be more men at the table all at once. And that's how we gonna do that. So y'all be on the lookout for that early next year. I will be trying to launch that. I'll be reaching out to some other men out there, and we're gonna sit down. We're gonna get down to the nitty-gritty on a lot of topics. But yeah, man. So subscribe to the podcast, Dad Can We Talk. I'm on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You can find us there. Go and like and follow the pages. If you want to stream all the other episodes of the podcast, you can simply go to www.dadcanwetalk.com, and you can find all the episodes streaming there at all times, man. So y'all get up to date on all these stories from these different dads, man. We got a lot of stories that we put out there. Like I say, this is episode 69, and then I got another maybe 4 or 5 bonus episodes on there. So yeah, man, we got over 70 episodes uploaded for the podcast. So yeah, man, y'all tune in. Let us know how we doing, man. If you want to leave a review, go to Apple Podcasts and leave a review, man. That always helps me out to understand, you know, what I could do better. You know, what am I doing right? You know, so y'all talk to your boy, man, or reach out to me on Facebook. Y'all know where I'm at on there, Anthony Rashad Ray on Facebook, or just find me at Dad Can We Talk and reach out, man. Let me know how I'm doing so we can continue to grow. You know, this episode 1 ain't nothing like episode 69. So I built this from ground up and just trying to get better every day. So yeah, man, I appreciate all the support out there from all the brothers and even the women, man. I'm thankful for all the women that support the podcast too, man. I appreciate y'all. But without further ado, man, I'm sitting here with my brother, man, for real. Like, me and my dog go back. This is one of the people that know me, my pre-Christ days.
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah, we go back to those times, man. So, you know, we both watched each other grow over the years. It's definitely been a blessing to have this man in my life and to know this man and to see his growth, to see the growth of his wife, to see the growth of his children. He's a veteran. Happy Veterans Day, my brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for real, man. You know, he served the country, man. You know, he's currently working in law enforcement. It's a great man, you know, very upstanding man. I ain't got nothing but great things to say about this man. Ever since I known him, even back then, it was always, kept it 100. It was always a man that I could, when I saw him, I'm like, okay, that's my dog right there. It just always was love. So ain't nothing changed. It's still the same to this very day. It's a man that I really respect. And I just had to bring my dog on. So y'all welcome to Dad Can We Talk, my brother, Jeremy Holmes. How you feeling, my boy?
I'm good. What about yourself, my guy?
Man, hey, it's been a long day, but I could not wait for this. Boy, I woke up this morning for work thinking like, I'm just ready to get done with work so I can get ready for this podcast, and I'm ready to sit with my dog, man.
Let's get to it.
So, hey, man, on Dad Can We Talk, our first question is always the same. I started out the same way. First question, what was your relationship like with your dad? Talk about that.
Oh, man. The relationship with my dad was mostly good, but at times it wasn't good because he was so strict.
Yeah.
On certain days, he really like just unforgiving on a lot of stuff. I just felt like he just kind of took it overboard with some stuff. But for the most part, that's my pops. I love him. He did what he was taught, what he was showed. So can't really fault him for that. But that's that.
Yeah. Well, was your dad a military man also?
No, but his dad was.
Oh,
my
okay.
grandfather
So it ran in the family. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Definitely.
So yeah, that make a lot of sense. I've heard that from people, growing up in the military homes, it ain't no joke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So do you think, that affected that relationship that you had, growing up with your dad and growing up in the home that you grew up in? Do you think that's something that affects today, how you raise your own children?
Yeah, most definitely. What ended up happening with me was I'm actually one of the kind of people that what I seen, I feel like I didn't like it. I'm that kind of person that when I feel something or see something that I don't like, I change it.
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening with my relationship with my dad, I seen that this way is not always right. This day is not always right. But I knew that I had to do something different, and what I did different was I channeled it. Mm-hmm. So I took it from I don't want to succumb to this, or I don't want to do this because this is what I seen. I got to change something. I got to change the narrative. And so when I changed the narrative, I noticed so many different avenues and so many things opened up for me, and my relationships got better throughout life, including my wife, my kids, my mom, because I was willing to change something. And a lot of times that change comes from change.
Yeah.
You got to be willing to change something or nothing's ever going to change. So that's just where I'm at, man. I just channeled it, man. Like, I knew that I didn't like it. So, hey, if I don't like it, my kids or my wife probably not going to like it. So therefore it had to change, man. And it started with me.
That's real.
Started with me.
And I think that's like one of the most important things that I've learned about fatherhood is, so, like, I do it a lot. I think I do it too much sometimes, but that self-reflection.
Yeah.
Always looking at yourself and saying, how can I be better? Mm-hmm. And why I say I think I do it too much, I think sometimes like I beat myself down because when I do this self-reflection, I realize like so many places where I'm wrong. And I'm like, dang, dog, like it just seems like I don't get nothing right. And I get so down on myself and just always constantly, telling myself, dang, bro, you ain't, just all the thoughts are always negative. Yeah. And it's so hard for me to accept the good stuff about myself sometimes because all I ever see is like, dang, I got this going on and I could be better over here. And it's like, I focus so much on that. But that's how I grow a lot of times. I'm just so focused on where am I wrong at as a father, as a husband, just work on my job, just wherever, just how can I just be a better man every day? And that self-reflection is everything, man.
But see, that also like follows the narrative of I can do 100,000 rights by you, bro.
Yeah.
But if I do one wrong by you, man, Jeremy did me bad. You feel me? Like the one time I needed him, he wasn't there. He didn't do this for me. He didn't do that for me. But what about the 100,000 times that I did do something right?
Yes, bro.
And that's why as men and as people, we get down so bad on ourselves with a wrongdoing because that's what sticks out to us. Because 9 times out of 10, the thing that we've done, we don't want to do it. We actually identified that it's wrong, that we don't want to do it or we don't want to feel this way. But when we do it, it's just like, dang, I know I wasn't supposed to be doing this. I know I wasn't supposed to eat this. I'm supposed to be on a diet. Dang, I did bad. You ain't gonna think about the 20 days before that you was on this diet. You gonna think about that one time, that the one day that you broke it. So that's just that, man. You gotta just it's life. You gotta just roll with the punch, man.
That's real. That's real, man. So what you got? 4 kids, right?
4.
So you had 4.
4-pack.
And what you got? How old is your oldest?
13, about to be 13.
So you finna have a Tina.
Yeah, man.
Woo.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
so you coming up on that. And what your youngest baby, what, 2?
Yeah, Marley 2.
Okay,
yeah.
2. So you got that little gap. I want to ask you this, man. What was your first thought? Like when you first heard that phrase, I'm pregnant, or you finna be a daddy. Like what ran through your mind?
Immediate panic.
Yeah.
Because you talking to a person. I'm a big old mama's boy, bro. You talking about a boy, man. Matter of fact, a boy at the time, which I felt like because my mama was still doing more stuff for me, and it's just like, oh man. And then when I told my daddy, it was more like, hey, you grown now? But my mama, she kind of just babied me through it. I'm like, dang, which one is really life? Yeah. Because my daddy telling me, hey, boy, hey, I don't know what you're going to do. You better figure it out. And my mom was just like, son, it's all right. We can do this. We can do that. Or this is how you need to go about it. But I'm just like, I'm lost because I had never been a father before, bro.
Yeah.
The closest thing to a father I had to do was I got one sister. Having to play with her as a kid. Maybe hold one of her little babies while she do the house or something. That's the closest I had ever been to being a father, besides being a big cousin or somebody or something. So, I had no manual to being a father when it was time for me to be a father. And then I was at the peak of, I'm grown now.
All right.
I'm grown. I'm hanging out now. I'm living life now. 21.
20.
And guess what?
Okay.
The brakes, bro. The brakes. And it's just like, I can't wild no more. I can't do this no more. And that's the first really thing that crossed my mind. I'm the only one of my homeboys with a baby, man. God. Now I'm locked in. Now ain't no more thirsty Thursdays. Ain't no more none of this stuff. You feel me? So it's just like, what do I do? And that panic just and until I matured in my mind to say, okay, take it one day at a time. There's no such thing as a perfect parent.
Straight up.
And until I found my way of doing it, mixed with a lot of different ways from different people.
Yeah.
I had no clue what I was doing. I was still, I remember on the weekends when I first used to get my baby or whatever, have it by myself on the weekends. I like, what do I feed her? It was just like, okay, she don't want the baby food. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give her the pacifier because she hollering. She don't want that either. What do I do?
Yeah.
So it was tough, man. It was definitely tough, man.
That's a scary thing though, boy. Like you said, not knowing how to stop that cry.
Yeah.
Man, boy, I think that was my first panic as a dad. When we first got baby girl home. And me and my wife, we were alternating, One night she stayed up with the baby. The next night I stayed up with the baby, just so both of us could get rest. And it was my first night where I had to stay up with the baby. Bruh, listen to me. Boy, that girl went to crying. Like you say, that milk wasn't working. I'm like, man, she don't want that. She ain't never want that pacifier. I'm like, oh, shoot, boy, that's on there. So I'm thinking, like, shoot, what if she dying? So I said, dang, bro, she might be dying. Like, maybe she hurt. So I called my mom. I said, it's like 1 a.m. now.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, Mom, I think it might be something wrong with the baby. I'm finna take her to the hospital. She said, boy, for what? What's she doing? I said, she crying. And she ain't stopping. She was like, boy, she might have gas.
Oh, yeah,
I said,
gas
okay.
serious.
Like, so what you do about that? So she was like, go get the girl some gas eggs, whatever the little stuff was called. So I went, I packed up, put her in the in the seat, put her in the car. I get halfway down the road, she knocked out, bro. So I'm like, all this crying, now she sleep. I go run to CVS real quick, boom. Get back home, bro. She knocked out. And from that point, I learned, well, shoot, maybe if I go take her for a ride, she'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
So from that point on, every time she started crying when I would be up, I'm finna pack you up. Put that stuff on, go get in the car, I go ride down the road. 3 minutes, bro. She done.
I wish.
Man.
Hey, my oldest daughter, man, she wasn't playing that, bro. I had to like literally walk her around until she went to sleep. And it seemed like with kids and little babies, you can walk around, they can be snoring and slobbing all over you, bro. The moment you lay them down, bro, my little girl would wake up immediately when her head touched that pillow, you know. But I just learned throughout the years, you know, then by baby number 2, you know, I knew like, that's a hurt cry.
Yeah, all right.
That's a hungry cry. That's a I need to be changed cry.
Yeah, boy.
That need to be, that's I want to get up out this crib cry. You know, like, I learned. And then, like you say, with the gas said, mom would say, yeah, take the baby leg, just push it back towards the stomach and help her little stomach out a little bit. You know that about baby number 2.
All right.
Now you writing your own manual to a dad, to a parent. You feel me? So,
and then by baby 3,
oh,
man, listen, boy, I ain't worried about
pro,
that
man. You a pro, man. Hey, by baby number 3, you semi-pro, man. You almost in the big leagues now, boy. And then when you get my status, baby number 4, boy, you really in there, boy. I'm talking about, Marley, go on somewhere now. Go on now. Yes, sir.
That's real though, and I just think that's something important, you know. Even for young dads out there, understand your baby's cry. You know, that's when you learn that, really, you in the game. If you can learn their cry, you know, like, that's like half of the game won.
That's lock in.
You know, because now you can kind of gauge, and it's like you just get so much of a greater understanding. And man, when I tell you that right there, it was like you unlocked the code. Like you had a cheat code. Like, okay, boom.
Lock and key right there, boy.
Man, hey. What? I'm telling you.
That's the key to success right there, learning them cries, man. So you know how to better age your kid, you know, so. Straight up.
And see, and that's the type of stuff I remember reading. I was reading an article about the mental health of dads, especially dads with young children. And people don't really realize like the stress it puts on your mental. You know, hearing a child cry for hours, bro. You know, and it just does something to the I think it was talking about like how it does something to the brain, just always hearing the crying. And when you become stressed like that and you don't know how to deal with that stress, man, bro, like, and that's why I think a lot of people end up abusing children and doing all these other things, you know, abusing their partner because they don't know how to deal with the stress of having a child. Like, it just so much, you know, not sleeping as much as you're used to, especially before you had kids. You know, the added responsibility, you know, having to look after somebody, feed them, bathe them, you know, it's a mental thing, but really it's a whole mental game, period, when it comes to parenting. What I'm learning 8 years in, you know, it's like it's really more mental than anything else. Like, if you can deal with children mentally, you good. It's just when you're not there mentally, now you irritated quick with them, you know, and you become quick-tempered and all that stuff, man. And how did you deal, like, even today, you know, how are you dealing with the mental part of parenting? Like, how is that affecting you, and what do you do to decompress?
Man, first I want to shout out to my queen, Miss Mika.
Yeah.
She let us get a house with my own man cave away from the house, bro. Like, all jokes aside, that man cave is like worked wonders for me, man.
Okay.
Because like I tell my wife all the time, like I try to have the patience of you.
Yeah.
But like it aggravates me as a parent when I feel like my kids should know something or they should do something and they don't do it. Man, you know, and my wife's a teacher, so she comes equipped with the doggone patience. And I'm law enforcement. It's like, hey man, you gonna do it or you not? You know, like I don't have time to sit here and like, come on man, you know this stuff, man. What were you doing all day at school? Why don't you know how to do this? What did you do in class?
Yeah.
You know, and then sometimes I just tell them, hey, I'm be out here in this shit. You know, I might be out there 20 minutes. I might be out there 2 hours.
Yeah.
One night I fell asleep out there and she came and got hey, it was peaceful out there. Yeah. But you know, like, it's key to just having time to yourself, man. You know, like, whether it might be, like, on my way home, I don't listen to music. I don't listen to music. I might call my wife, hey babe, I'm on the way home. But that little ride from my job to my house, that's my time. Yeah. You know, I can talk to my wife when I get there, unless it's something important I need to talk to her about on the way there. But for the most part, I just take time to myself, bro. I just meditate and just find myself again, because I have been in a high stress situation or an environment that's less than ideal all day long. You know, so it's just, I need that time to myself. So when I go home, I don't gotta fake a smile. I don't gotta fake like I'm happy to see my family. I don't gotta fake like I had a perfect day, because now I done let all that stuff go on the way home. And then when I get through the door, daddy, hey babe, how you doing? I don't have to fake anything. It just,
that's real.
So just having that little time to myself, man, them little few little minutes, man, they work wonders. And time to yourself just works wonders, man. That's just like what I found, man. That's just what I found. And then it's not that you want to escape from your reality, but what you trying to do is you trying to get in touch with your actual reality.
Yes, sir.
You know, you trying to really get in touch with, what do I need to do? Let me refocus. Let me not take my day out that I've had on these ones that just love me unconditionally, that had nothing to do with it.
All right.
You know, I don't want to I don't want to take home what somebody else done to me, man. You know, and what I mean by that is, my supervisor could have made me mad, man. My wife had nothing to do with that. So when I get home, if I haven't decompressed, I'm mad already. I done been mad since 2, 3 o'clock. Now I get home at 8 o'clock and I'm mad because my wife asked me what I want for dinner. Come on, bro. So that's why I need that time, man. And my wife knows that. She knows. Like, so that's just, it just works, man. Like, really, really works, man. Like, that little time really does work, man.
Man, boy, you just spoke so much truth, bro. And that's something that I'm working on it. Like, I don't get too much time to myself, because it's like I'm trying to learn to just be all right with just, like, sometimes I feel guilty, like, for trying to get time to myself. You know, I feel like, dang, you know, like I always feel like I got to be here doing this and doing that. And it's like, for years I've done that, bro. And now, you know, recently, maybe a year or something like that, I've been trying to do that. But I still, you know, still trying to get to the point to where I do the whole, like, in the car sometimes, I don't want to hear nothing, bro. You know, and I done got to the point sometimes I'm riding in the car with the kid and my wife, and I ain't got nothing on. She's like, you ain't gonna turn that on?
Yeah,
like, not really. Like, I mean, if y'all want to hear something, y'all can. I mean, I just be in a zone, like, man, I ain't really trying to, I don't want to hear nobody, honestly. You know, and I just don't get that time too much. Like, but that's so important, bro, like you say. Because if you don't spend that time doing that, man, like, I've been, like, last month, bro, I was bad with it, bro, like, blowing up on the kids every day, bro. Like, every day I come home, you know, I mean, I go get them from school, I'm just in the car with them.
Yeah.
And then I'm just so quick, they're in the back seat bickering with one another, and I forget at the time they kids, bro. And I just blow up. Like, I'm talking about blow up on the kids. And then I'm feeling bad after that, like, dang, bro, like, I really just made a huge deal because of what? And now it's like I'm projecting that stuff onto my kids, bro. And now I'm starting to see it in my son. You know, he get mad at my youngest daughter, and now he blowing up on her. And then I'm mad with him. Boy, stop. But it's like he only doing what he see me do.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, man, fathers, listen. You got to get that thing under control if that's you. Because I know that's me. And what my brother just said, boy, that is like, that's gospel right there, boy.
Yeah, like, and it don't really have to be a man cave. It really don't have to be a ride home, man. Some days, like, I don't even go to my man cave. Some days I do listen to music on the way home. And then some days I go outside and pick stuff up in my yard, man. It's just like, just a getaway from what you're doing at the moment. Might be your time. It might only be 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. But at the same time, what that can do. Because we all, when we was kids, wake up, boy, wake up for school. Mom, just give me 5 more minutes. What did the 5 minutes do? Now I realize that 5 minutes did kind of help me a little bit, man. Mentally, it helped me.
That's real.
And mentally it helps. So when you get a 5, 10, 15, 20-minute getaway, it's gonna help. It just depends on how you utilize that 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. You know, so if you stressed out with what's going on inside of the house, get outside of the house. Start walking around the block. Do something. Count steps. Hey, I'm gonna count from my driveway to the next driveway. Yeah. And then the day after, I'm gonna count from the next driveway to the next driveway. Anything that's outside of what is stressing you is a getaway. A getaway can be, hey man, I just don't want to see no bad news. Ain't no need for me to even open social media today. I don't want to see no bad news. That could be a getaway.
That's real.
You know, so it's a lot of different getaways. So don't just put like a specific title on a getaway, man. You know, it might be. Sometimes I, honest to God, get aggravated with my phone. My wife can really vouch for it. Listen, I would tell my wife, if it weren't for you and my kids, I literally would not have a phone. It's so convenient for people just knowing your every move. You know, because the first thing that happened when somebody called you on the phone, hey bro, where you at? Oh man, I'm in Walmart, bro. It's like you telling everything. You don't have a getaway when you have a phone sometimes, man. Yeah. And so that's just one of them things, man. You just need that time, fellas. Ladies, have time to yourself. Whether it's, like I said, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Have it. Have an intimate moment with yourself. It might be just closing your eyes for a minute and putting your fingers together, you know, and meditating. Just get away from whatever the situation that's stressing you at that moment.
That's real.
So,
man, boy, we can go all day on that one right there, because that is a real deal topic, dog. But I'm gonna go here, man. So you have 3 daughters and a son, right?
Pressure.
So boom. What's the difference up until this point? So you about 13 years into the game, you know, so you got a little experience now in this. What would you say is the biggest difference that you realized with raising sons and daughters?
Hold on, man, can y'all hear me on this mic? It's a lot of difference, man. Hey, listen, most of the time my girls respond to with the raising of a voice.
Man,
you know,
okay.
99.99% of the time, my girls, all 3 of them, respond, except for that little one. Sometimes that little one, but she'll try you gangster a lot of time. But for the most part, they respond to the voice change, you know, the fluctuation of my voice. My son, I might tell that cat the same thing loud as I can 12 times. And you know, and the funny part about that story is, guess what my mama said before? I hope that you have a son that's just like you. I hope he do all the stuff you do. I hope he look you dead in the face and do exactly what you told him not to do. And boy, my son, he was my son. God gave my son to me to learn patience. Yeah. To learn me.
Man, bro.
To learn me. My son is everything that I was. That's what my boy is, man. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And I be like, sometimes, son, listen here, boy. If you wasn't a kid, I'd have been like Rick Flash, you, bro. You know, but it's just like, and that's just the difference, man. With them doggone girls, man, with my daughters, man, it's just like, daddy's being mean to me. It hurts my feelings. Man, I don't like it. Remember, like I told you, like when I feel like I don't like something, I change something. Yeah. They don't like me raising my voice. Yeah. They change something. And I got 3 different flavors of daughters. The little one gonna test you gangster. Yeah. Harmony, she just a pleaser. Yeah. My middle child is just a pleaser. Daddy, I'm sorry for what I done, you know. So she kind of mellow me out, bro. You know, and my oldest girl, she like, okay, Dad, you old, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You know? But then comes my son. I can't put a finger on him, you know? And it's just like, come on, man. He tough, man. He tough. But my mama put that on me. Thank you, Miss Sharon. You did that.
Yeah. Man, bro. Ain't nothing but truth in that right there, too. And like I think about my son, like my son almost like what you say. Yeah, I just see myself in him, bro. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it scare me like, dang, like was I really, or am I still like this? Like, bro, the Joker's so sneaky, bro. Like before I just left the house just now. I'm leaving the house, so I'm sitting on the bed, me and my wife, we sitting there talking. My son come in the room. He done been outside playing. Done been to school all day or whatever. Daddy, can I watch a movie? I say, go take a bath first. Okay. He go out.
That's like death to him with a bath, bro. A little boy, that's like death to him right there.
Boy, that boy act like he allergic to the water. Yeah. So We go to talking. He go out the room. I'm talking. I notice him in the kitchen. I'm like, I thought I just told the man to take a bath, but I ain't worried about it. I peep game though. So I ain't heard no water or nothing. Now I just saw him in the kitchen. 5 minutes later, okay. But yeah, so 5 minutes go past. He come back in the room, change his clothes, everything. Yeah. Look like he ready for bed. I say,
JD.
He say, Daddy, I'm ready for the movie. I say, boy, you ain't just take no bath. And my wife like, you're right, we ain't even hit no water. He said, I did.
You're lying, the truth ain't in.
I say, come on, bro. He was like, I heard the water. I say, come on, bro.
He convinced himself, bro.
I say, man, listen, bro. You ain't take. I say, man, go in that bathroom, turn that water on, go wash your behind, bro.
Yes, sir.
So he go in there. He turned the water on. He wait for about 5 minutes, turn the water off.
Took more effort doing that.
Came back in the room, and I turned the water on. I said, come on, bro. You got to be kidding. He said, I took a bath. I said, come on, bro. Run the water, take your clothes off, sit in the bathtub and wash your behind, bro. And it's like, man. Bro, we got to go through all that just to get a bath. I'm like, bro, you could have been done by now.
Yeah.
And it's like that type of stuff right there, bro. That's my son in a nutshell. Like that's just him, bro, with everything, dog. It's like, bro, if you just listen the first time, you would be like done with what I told you to do 10 times by now.
And I'm gonna tell you what one used to do to me, boy. That got me smooth up out of that. You heard me? Listen, she used to work 3 to 11, get home around about 12 something. Anything she said be done, take a bath, take the trash out, take the clothes, wash the clothes. She'll wait till about 2, 3 when you in the dead middle of sleep now and tap you. Hey, get up and go wash them clothes. Get up and go get in that tub. Get up and go wash them dishes.
Yeah.
Guess what? I said it earlier, bro. I realized I didn't like it. Hey, then I gotta be up at, man, Miss Betty Jean, the bus gonna pull off and leave me if I oversleep. So now my sleep all messed up. Yeah. And I realized that. And I always threaten my son with it, but I'm like, boy, look here, boy. First time I do it to you, gonna think daddy done tried to kill you, man.
Man, what?
Cause boy, look at here, boy. It's no joke getting woke up in the middle of the night to do something that you was supposed to do 8 hours ago, bro. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. She got me up out of that.
Man, I might have to try that with that joker there.
Oh yeah.
Man.
It's pressure.
I don't know what to say about my boy sometimes. I love him though, man. Man, how do you balance marriage, 4 children, so 4 individuals, so a wife, 4 other individuals, yourself, work, everything else you got to do in your life. Within 24 hours, how do you balance, your time and like allocating what goes where and where this hour gonna go, where this minute gonna go? Like, how do you balance all of that, man?
Truth be told, it's actually one of the hardest things to do, man.
Yeah. Because
me as a person, my first initial, thing that I draw that draws my attention is what's needed the most. Mm-hmm. So it's like when I get home, I see my wife cooking. Okay, babe, what you need me to do? You need me to put the kids in the tub? You need me to do this? You need me to do that? Mm-hmm. And we get them out of the way, spend a little time, let them play with daddy, but we got a strict bedtime. Mm-hmm. So after that, then it's, okay, babe, you can wind down. I'm going to put them to bed. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. You go ahead and go to bed. You go ahead and take you a shower. You go ahead and, that might be that. Or I might take the massage gun, rub her back, do something like that sometimes, not all the time. Mm-hmm. But I try to show my wife as much attention as I can, show my kids as much attention as I can, and a lot of times the wife that my wife is, a lot of times she don't need all of my attention because she know I'm needed in other places. Mm-hmm. But what showing her or giving her affection, that might be, babe, just close the door, lock the door, and you just take care of the kids for right now. Mm-hmm. That's her break. And that might be what she needs at the moment. But at the same time, I got, out of my 4, I got 2 very needy ones. Mm-hmm. 2 very needy ones. I ain't gonna say their names, but I got 2 very needy kids, bro. And it get tough sometimes, man. It's like, do you need me for everything? Do you need me right here holding your hand right now? Mom and daddy laying down, you know. We chilling right now. Let us chill. We done took y'all there. We done did this with y'all today. Let us be at peace for a minute. You know, so it's very tough sometimes, man. It's very tough. It is, man. And then I work weekends, every other weekend, all weekends. So on some of the weekends, she home by herself with the kids. So when I come home, I know, don't even ask no questions. Go straight and do something. Ask her, what do you need me to do? And go straight and do that, bro. Because I know I can look at her face sometimes. One of her pieces of hair might be standing up on her head. I know she frustrated. I know them kids done got to her, man. Because I got two very needy ones. You know, I know they done got to her. So that might just be my intimacy with my wife right there. Just giving her a moment. Yeah. You know, because I got to be to work for everybody. She got to get them ready for school. She got to pick them up from school. She got to feed them, all that before I get home, man. Yeah. I know she needs her time, and that might be the intimacy. That's the balance in that. Yeah. That's the balance in that. And me and my wife got this thing. There's no 50-50. There's no such thing as 50-50 in a marriage, because 50-50, what is that? Because if my wife is 75% good at washing dishes, I got to be 25% on that. Yeah. Or if my wife 8% at this, I got to be 92% on something else, you know? So there's no such thing as 50-50, man. There's no such thing as 50-50. You know, so that's just that, man.
Man. Do you have to deal with sibling rivalries? Is that something in your home or not?
I don't know if that's the title that I would put on it. I think almost, because it's like they almost fighting for attention. Man. Because truth be told, it's 4 of them. Yeah. It is 4 of them. The oldest one ain't gonna need me as much. Yeah. You know, the baby gonna need me too much. You know, and it's just like daddy. So I don't really know what you would classify that as. You know, like, but they actually really good kids. They actually play good together. They actually can spend a lot of time together, but my son just not getting to the age where, hey man, I want to play my game. So you'll see him scooting his sisters out of his room and lock his door. And I don't blame him. You the only boy in the house full of girls, man. I feel you. He needs his time. You know? But as far as rivalries, nah, man. Nah.
Man, that thing is hard, bro. Like mine, bro, it's World War II in my house. Every day, bro. It's like, it's a real deal. Like, I gotta play referee all day, bro. Like, from the time, like, a normal day for me, I get off work, I go pick up my baby girl, I go get her from school. She good in the car, she chilling. It's just me and her for 30 minutes. 3 o'clock come, I go get the other 2. Oldest daughter get in the car first. Most of the time when she get in the car, everything's still straight. They might fight though. Them 2 oldest daughter get in the car, she don't feel like talking. Like, today, she got in the car. She just ain't feel like talking. Baby girl trying to talk to her, and my oldest daughter like, just leave me alone. So now, the baby girl crying. Oh, daddy, she don't want to talk to me. She don't want to play. I'm like, the girl said she just don't want to talk right now. So now, she crying, and the oldest daughter still getting aggravated. And now she screaming. I'm like, oh, God, please don't start that today. Please, 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 please. Please don't do that. Bruh, listen to me. When my son get in the car, it's on, boy. It's on. Boy, every day, it's on. Yeah. Boy, I need to put a camera in the whip, bro. Bro, listen, it's on. He get in the car. Bro, listen. He get in there. He gonna sit down. Let baby girl say something to him. It's on. Well, I wasn't talking to you. That's all he gonna say. She gonna fall. Oh, daddy, he being mean already. I say, bro, please tell me y'all ain't finna do that today. Well, daddy, he's already being mean to me. He said that he's not talking to me. I'm like, well, just don't nobody talk. No, he ain't no. So then he just, bro, it's all day. I'm talking about. I just be trying to figure that thing out. Like, I don't know how to.
And see the crazy part about that is how the kids want to do it is they want to. I don't want you talking to me. until I want you to talk to me. Until I want to play. Until I want something that you got.
Dog.
So then you start deading that. Hey, leave her alone, man. You just didn't want to talk. You just made this big fuss about why you didn't want to talk to her, or why you ain't want her looking at you, or why you ain't want her touching your room door, or she's standing halfway in your door and halfway out, and you can't stand it. But now you need somebody to play this game with, and now you need one of your siblings. Nah, hey, come on, baby, come get daddy phone. You don't need to play with him right now.
What?
You don't need, cause you don't miss your water until you well worn dry. Yeah, hey, straight up. Hey, don't force him. Nah, and you ain't want to. Come on, baby girl, daddy got you. Then that kid that done making all that fuss about somebody bothering him or talking to them or whatever. You walk away with all the rest of them. He go, can I come with you guys? Hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, now you want to play? You need to quit mistreating your siblings, man. Just straight up, man.
Bro, when I tell you I done did that stuff for so long, bro, and it's like they don't get tired, bro. Yeah. It's like, dang, bro. So we just went through that yesterday. So we gonna go through the same thing again today. You remember what happened yesterday? And they just, I just be like, boy, I can't win with y'all jokers, boy. Wow. Someday, boy, my wife get home, I'm like, hey, listen, babe, I ain't daddy no more today.
Straight like
I'm
that.
done with daddy. Like, ain't no more daddy. Like, don't call daddy. Don't even say daddy in the house no more.
Listen, bro. Listen. I tell my son the same thing. Listen. Hey, my wife laugh every time I do it, man. I say, son, we was just talking in the conversation. You don't have to say daddy leading it off every time, bro. I'm tired of daddy. Harmony, I'm tired of daddy. Marley, I'm tired of daddy. JD, I'm tired of daddy. Just don't say daddy. Don't say Mika, mama, or something. Say something. I'm just tired of that daddy title right now, man. Y'all don't burn me out.
That thing, that's some serious stuff, though.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
Listen to me. Hey, man, for y'all listening out there, boy, if y'all listen to this, please pray for your boy. Cause boy, I be about to do something to these kids for real.
Yes, sir.
On many days. Man, let's go into this right here. So with your order, so did he at one point you had to fight you went through a custody battle, didn't you? Talk about that experience, man.
It was tough, man. Because eventually we end up agreeing that said named child will be better off with me, my son.
Yeah.
Because he got to the age where he started rebelling. He got to the age to where he just wasn't listening, man. And I knew he would respond to me different because little man never showed me that side of him. So I knew he knew who he could turn it on and off with, right? I knew that he knew he couldn't play me like he would play his mom. You know, so we agreed, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Yeah.
You know, but it was a long process. I just put it like that. It was years in the making. I felt like that move should have been made years ago. You know, then maybe we wouldn't be at the spot that we were at today. You know, but everything worked out. Thank God I got him, you know. Yeah. Everything is everything right now, man. So,
and that's what's up. See, and that's the type of stuff that, you know, that always keep me humble, because it's like I ain't never had to go through no stuff like that when it comes to parenting, you know, and I couldn't even imagine having to go through something like that just with my children, period.
Yeah.
So it's like when I see, you know, I hear these stories like this, man, of other men having to do that type of stuff, it really, you know, is honorable, you know, to fight, you know, to know like, man, I want custody of my child, and I feel as though I can do whatever needs to be done for this child. I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna do it, and I can do it.
Can do that.
I can do it.
It's honorable, bro. And just you know, fighting for that, bro, like that. I got to give a big ups to you, bro, because you know there's some men who fold in situations like that and won't even do what it takes to fight.
Oh yeah.
You know, because they're scared or afraid or whatever the case may be, feeling like, you know, they're defeated before they even go into the fight, you know. And so yeah, that's definitely and that's something for other men out there, you know. If you feel like that's something that's possible for you, fight for it. You know, like my dog said, it was a long process, but it's worth it.
Definitely.
It's worth it, man. You know, so if that's something that's, you know, a possibility for you, and you feel like it's something that, you know, you want to do, man, go get your children, man.
And
you know,
point blank, like, what really helped me and my son's mom was we went into the situation like after so many years throwing this around and throwing that around. I'm mad, you mad. I ain't gonna talk. We ain't gonna talk. We went into it with a clear mind and a mind to listen and a mind to understand. Mm-hmm. You know, so we both agreed that, hey, I think it'll be better.
Yeah.
You know, now after all these, now we fought for years about it now.
Yeah.
But once it actually came down to the situation, like basically what I said was, you've had your turn. Let me have my turn. I'm the father too. You know, mm-hmm. I can do for him what you can do for him. Mm-hmm. You know, like he's getting to that age now to where if he don't want to listen, I know he'll listen to me. Mm-hmm. He don't want to act right. I know he'll act right for me. Mm-hmm. You know, but it was always, I'm not gonna say it's always, but it was tough for my son at first coming with me because everything he knew, now see, he used to come with me a lot, but everything he knew was there. Mm-hmm. You know, so he had to make new friends. I had to listen to, I'm the new kid. Nobody want to play with the new kid. I'm in a new school. I'm used to going to school with my brothers, my sisters, my other brothers and sisters. They older. Now I move with you, Dad, and I got baby sisters. Mm-hmm. You know, so if it's something that you can reach, like, definitely try, man. Like, the dumbest question to ask is the one you don't ask.
All right.
The dumbest one is the one you don't ask. Like, so it's like, hey, can I have my son? Like, can we talk about it? Can we talk about it and leave our feelings out and think about the feelings of the kid? We need to think about, now I'm not going to say the well-being of the kid, but we leave our egos out and what's best for the child.
That's real.
What is best for the child? Because as long as I feel away and you feel away, we ain't going to never accomplish anything. Never accomplish anything if we're going strictly off our feelings, because off the way we feel, it's what's the best interest for the child. Just like point blank.
Straight up. That's real. Hey, that's real talk there, y'all. Listen, that's game for the free 99.
Yes, sir.
Take it or you leave it. But I suggest that you take that game. Have you had the talk? Have you had, I mean, your kids, they right on the brink. Mm-hmm. Have you had that talk concerning, you know, dating, relationships, abstinence?
Just had
all that?
Just had
okay.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And I'm the kind of parent that I'm crazy. I say a lot, like I say a lot of crazy stuff, like joking, like that's just me. Yeah. And so when it came to that, I knew it was a situation I had to tiptoe around. You know, like I had to tiptoe around it to soften up my words because she a kid.
Yeah.
You know? But at the end of the day, I asked my wife, well, how should I say this? How should I do this? You know? And at the end of the day, I had my own plan. I said, you know what? I'm going to talk to my daughter about the birds and the bees and sycamore trees. You know? I'm talking about all this stuff, you know? And so as we talking, you know, I'm starting to ask about little boys, this and the third. I said, Kaylee, you about to be 13 years old. I know you like somebody. I know somebody likes you. I know this, that, and the third. But I want you to be able to tell me these things. But at the same time, I still feel like you're too young for these things. Mm-hmm. And she was like, okay, she agreed. Of course, she going to agree with daddy because she don't want me to spaz, you know. Yeah. But I started talking to her about sex. And I said, at this age, hormones raising, what you think little boys want? Daddy, I know. Now tell me. Oh, daddy, I know. I said, if you're not mature enough to talk about it, you shouldn't be doing it. And that's the approach I took. If you can't talk about it, you shouldn't be doing it. Mm-hmm. At point blank. And she was just like, oh, yeah, you right. If you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you shouldn't be doing it. If you don't feel comfortable telling me, hey, daddy, my boyfriend, you shouldn't have one. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have one. Because at 13 years old, I told my kids, y'all going to have plenty of time. Plenty of years to get your heart broken by somebody that you thought you wasn't going to live without.
Yes, sir.
How many times you think I had them mentally married somebody in middle school? I mentally married my high school sweetheart. Where they at right now? On my Facebook friend list.
All right.
That's it. You know, so trying to explain that to I'm not even going to say a child, a teenager.
Yeah.
They can't understand it right now, just like I couldn't understand what my mom was telling me, because I was like, Mom, you older, you don't know nothing. I love this girl.
Yeah.
What do y'all do for what do y'all do for each other?
Yeah.
What do y'all do for each other? How do you know you love her? Oh, well, we hold hands and, you know, we talk about stuff. We got a lot of stuff in common. Okay, cool. Tell me where that's at in 10 years.
Yeah. For real.
You know, and it's just, man, like,
man, that's one of them things I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Definitely ready to have that conversation.
I just didn't know the age.
I just don't know.
I didn't know the age, but I felt like it had to be had.
Yeah.
You know, like with my son, I kind of asked him about certain things, you know, talk to him about certain things, but he's not mentally as mature as my 13-year-old. Mm-hmm. Now, my 13-year-old, everything ain't nothing going over the top of her head, bro. She understands it. She know all the new lingo. She know all the stuff, man. So it's like, she understands what I'm trying to say, even though I don't really know how to word it. Like, I can say this, that, and the third, and she be like, okay, Daddy, I understand, Daddy, I know, I get you. Whereas my son can be like, what does that mean? You know, like, so it was easy for me to talk to her because it was just like talking to you.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I try to have that relationship with him to where we can have conversations. And it's not just, that's another parenting style that I learned. Don't always, because they're kids, automatically everything that you don't agree with is wrong. You got to ask them, like, hey, why do you think this way? Or why do you feel this way? You got to ask sometimes, man. Because when I was a kid, if a grown-up said you was wrong, boy, you was wrong. Yes, you was wrong. You couldn't say, but the guy punched me in the back of the head is why I disrupted class. Oh, no, the teacher done called me on my job, had me to come up here. You all kinds of wrong.
Straight up.
You know, so I just learned to listen. And I learned that from my wife, man. Hey, you got to listen. Don't always say they're wrong. Listen, ask them why. And I'll find out more answers from my kids by asking, hey, why, man?
Yeah.
Why? And you get less lies from your kids like that. Because I preach to my kids all the time that tell me the truth, even if it burn.
Yeah. Even
if it burn. Son, I like, especially with my son, I'm on my son. I gotta be on him. Mm-hmm. Because the odds ain't stacked right, man. The game is not fair. I gotta be on him. Mm-hmm. You know? Because the numbers say I gotta stay on him, or he could go astray versus them girls.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I tell him all the time, man. If a teacher called me from school and was like, oh, somebody threw something and it hit me, I want to be able to look at you and say, son, did you throw something hit the teacher? No, sir. My son didn't throw it. My son didn't. My son told me no, and I know he's not gonna lie to me. Now, sometimes he know that he gonna get in trouble. He might try to beat around the truth, but for the most part, he'll tell you, man. Mm-hmm. He'll tell you, and that's the relationship that I open up. Those are the lines that I open up. Just tell the truth, man.
Straight up.
You might know you finna get it, boy. Once we leave this school, you might finna know you finna get it, boy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, just it might burn. Just tell the truth, man. Mm-hmm. You'll feel better at the end of the day, knowing that you didn't get in trouble for lying and doing what you did. Mm-hmm. Now I'm just gonna put you on punishment, and you might get in trouble for what you did do, but at least you told the truth about it, and it wasn't as bad. Mm-hmm. You know, so
straight up.
Yes, sir.
And see what I'm learning. I'm learning this on the job, you know. I've been dealing with some younger people at the job. And it's my first time really being able to just work closely with younger people. Like, I've been training. So it's like I'm learning more about, you know, the 18 and 19 years old. So it's like I took it upon myself. I said, you know what, I'm going to get to know them as people. And just here, you know, and it's good. I got a boy and I got a girl. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I take so much time, like, talking with them. And I talk with them on social media and, you know, just have conversations with them about life. You know, they look at me like I'm old, bro. Like, they be like, boy, you know, I'm talking with them. I'm telling them, man, back when they be like, back in the days, like, what, 1970? I'm like, come on, man, quit playing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, they look at me and they call me coach and you know. So to them, I'm like an old head for real. But I be trying to tell them, like, I mean, everything I'm telling you, I'm just kind of putting y'all up on game on certain things, you know. And I got to know where y'all stand at on things. So when we talking, just understanding them and, you know, being honest with them, having these conversations. And now it's like, I feel like it's been almost 2 months now. We're both more comfortable with each other. Now they feel comfortable really just talking with me about things. And I was telling my wife the other night, I say, man, I think that's the disconnect with our generation and the generation up under us. You know, people say, man, what they call Gen Z, they don't like to talk, and they don't, they just got their own way of talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you gotta understand them. First, you gotta just even want to understand them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, they kind of they different. Like they definitely
I
different.
tell them that all the time.
Them jokers different, bro. You know it. But as I'm learning them, I'm just understanding like they ain't like us. They ain't grow up using house phones and they ain't grow up like us
with the
bro.
long cord on.
Yeah, man, all right, bro. They ain't grow up, with AOL and all that stuff. We grew up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Them, all they know is social media and smartphones and laptops and all that. So they talk like that sometimes. Text messages and emojis. They talk like that. So as I'm understanding them, I'm like, bro, these jokers, they cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting to understand it. Ant kind of cool. You know, like Ant be on some other stuff sometimes. That's how they feel about me. But I just be telling them what's real. And it's like, I feel like we gotta, our kids right up under them. So it's like, they're giving me training on how to deal with, a generation up under me.
Oh, yeah.
Have the patience to just talk with them. And I think the thing they respect the most is authenticity. Knowing that you authentic and you real and you honest. Like, that's the thing that I'm realizing about the generation up under us more than anything else. They respect authenticity. If it ain't authentic, and them jokers know how to read it, bro. They'll tell you straight up. I don't like that joke. They be at the job talking about people. I don't like. He seemed like he fake.
Yeah, straight up.
And they know how to sense that stuff, bro. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't lying. Mm-hmm. You ain't lying about them. You peep. Y'all peep game. And it's like, so just more than anything, like I want to be like that as my children are growing. I want to like more than anything, just be real with my children. Just being honest, like, hey, listen, like my daughter tell me all the time, Daddy, you used to always say sorry to us when you used to do stuff wrong. Yeah. She told me that some weeks ago. And I feel like I wronged her yesterday. I'm like I say, mad. And she asked me something about the homework. I blew up on her about that junk. And I was hot. Like, real deal hot, bro. And I'm like, dog, why am I blowing up like this on the girl? Like, it wasn't that serious, but I meant what I said. But I ain't have to go as far as I did with it. And I'm like, dang, let me just sit down with the girl and just help her with the homework. Then, okay, boom, it's time to put her in the bed. And as I put her in the bed, I just told her, like, man, baby, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I should never yelled, and Daddy was wrong. And she was like, thank you, Daddy. Gave me a kiss. And you can just tell it was so much of a relief to hear them words from me. And I ain't said it in a long time, bro. And it's like, just let your kids know that I'm human too. Oh, yeah. Daddy ain't always right. Daddy ain't got everything right. Daddy got some stuff that he got going on. I'm still learning. I'm still learning. As a man. And it's like, that type of stuff, I think that's the type of stuff that would help us connect more with our children. Just letting them understand, like, we human and we make mistakes too. And we can say sorry. Oh, definitely. That's big, bro.
Definitely.
So yeah, dog. Like, man, I want to go here with you, man. We want to. I want to talk some marriage, dog. Yeah. The real deal. That real deal marriage stuff, man. Like, how long were y'all up under us, ain't you? How long were y'all? What, 8 years now?
2014. Well, we had 7 going on 8.
So y'all finna be on 8. Yeah. Okay, y'all finna be on 8. Yeah. So yeah, man, I've been waiting to get on this, because this is something that, people see people like us, young black men a lot of times. You don't really see men that's been at our age too, almost hitting 10 years already, and it's a big name, and it's something that you don't see too much in this time. Like, how has that been? Talk about your experience in this almost 8 years, the last 8 years of marriage.
I tell you what, starting off, I got to put them boots on. Yeah. I got to put that plate vest on. Yeah. I got to put that helmet on. Yes, it's time to go to work every day. That's the hardest job you're going to have. Yeah. Ever. Yeah. Point blank. Straight we ain't breaking up. Yeah. We going to fix it. Yeah. Going to try to fix it. and we're gonna try to learn each other's ways, man. Because me and my wife, she says it all the time. We are complete opposites, and opposites attract, man. Mm-hmm. Opposite. She's helping me grow. I'm helping her grow. Throughout these years, bro, has it been a garden full of flowers every day? You want me to lie to you? You want me to tell you the truth? Mm-hmm. No, it has not been. But with the job, if you want to get better at that job, you got to work at that job. You got to put time into that job. You got to learn that job, right? Mm-hmm. And so when it comes to my marriage, it's a lot of things me and my wife had to say, okay, this didn't work for this person before me or this person before me. The example that I look towards, it didn't work for them. We got to change something. We got to put time into our marriage. We have to figure out what works, because we don't believe in that D word. I don't even want to say it. We don't believe in that. Mm-hmm. So we got to work at it. We have been working at it. Like, bro, it's like so much stuff that I realized, like, down the line, that me and my wife joke about it all the time. I say, yeah, people mess up in relationships and marriages when they get into a relationship. Oh, this what I'm looking for out of a man, and this what I'm looking for out of a woman. You getting a fake person after that. Mm-hmm. You getting 100% fake person, because they gonna do exactly what you said you didn't want to be done. Like you say, I don't like a woman that go out. They might hold back going out to the club. They homegirl, because they know you don't like that. Mm-hmm. And then one day it's only gonna be so much you can throw dirt on top of it. Mm-hmm. It's gonna bust out when I want to go out and you hold me back from doing this. It's fake, man, bro. Well, it's fake.
So real.
You know, so we went into a relationship. Hey, I'm going to figure you out. You figure me out. Mm-hmm. We're going to learn each other. Now, it's going to be some stuff we going to clash on. But that's when we get to that. That's when we keep building our road. We tear down that barrier, and we keep building that road of learning each other. We keep building that road of a successful marriage, man. Hmm. You know, like people holler about power couples. Power couples is one who can power through stuff.
All right.
Who can really power through stuff, man. Yeah. Because it's easy to get to that roadblock and be like, man, you know what? You spend too much money.
Man,
your wife,
that one, boy.
Hey, your wife might need that help. Hey, I'm going to put the money in this account. We're going to pay the bills. You're going to pay yourself. You're going to pay tithes. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. But I'm here to help you. Mm-hmm. I'm here to help you. And my wife, man, she done helped me so much with stuff that I didn't realize was a problem with me until we got together. And she was like, oh, you did this, that, and the third? Knowing that we had to do this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, damn, I'm just so used to doing it like this. Yeah. But that didn't work. And she showed me why it didn't work. And she helped me to get better on things. And vice versa. Mm-hmm. Hey, babe, that ain't gonna cut it right there. Hey, yeah. We need to fix this. But every day it's just been stacking one building block, just growing, man. Just growing and growing and growing, man. It's been a long time coming, bro. But I would not put on that hard hat and them boots and that vest with nobody else right now. I thank God for it, man. Like, really, like, it's a beautiful fight. I put it like that. It's actually a beautiful fight. Like, just learning each other along the way, man. You know, just like having compassion, loving somebody more than you love yourself, man. Mm-hmm. Putting her before anybody. You know, so and that's like the main thing. I gotta reassure my wife, hey, you come before anybody. Mm-hmm. You come before all this other stuff that I got going on. You come first. And that's made it a lot easier, man. Just her not having to fight for a position, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, like, she don't have to fight wondering, I want to know who number one in his life. No, man, no. That's not your job. You my queen. That's not your job to worry about. What my focus is, hey, you that. Because when these kids get grown and they leave mama and daddy, all right, we sitting in the house, not talking to each other, sleep in the opposite room. Why? Because we didn't learn each other along the way. Because our focus was elsewhere. Mm-hmm. You know? But once you can really focus and hone in and just love what you got, man. Raggedy shoes. Hey, I love what I got, man. One day I'm going to get some better ones. And you working towards them better ones. Yeah. You know? And so that's just like, that's just where it's at, bro. Like, hey, it's been a fight, man. We come from two different backgrounds, bro. Two different ones, man. Totally. My mama used to sit us down and talk to us as kids. How are you feeling? What do you feel right now? Like I asked my kids, why did you do that? Yeah. You know? And whereas my wife sometimes, something frustrates her. She don't want to talk. But throughout the years, all right, babe, I might not talk in the heat of everything, but I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about this later. And I accepted that for the longest. Now it's okay, you did this to wrong me. You did this to hurt me. I realize now that communication is key. You know, we just build those blocks and just build each other up, man. Like, it's just, man, it's hard. Man. It's hard a lot, man. It's hard, but it's worth it.
I like how you say that beautiful fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how I recognize that over the years that, bro, marriage just ain't, like, it ain't this, like, a lot of people go into marriage with this picture, bro, like,
I did.
This pretty thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, it just ain't that. Mm-hmm. And that's not to down marriage. Mm-hmm. That's just to speak of the reality of marriage. And I think once people understand the reality of marriage, like me and my wife was going through it a few weeks ago. And like we both were just almost at the point where we just like what's like what we doing? Like what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And one thing my wife said that caught my attention, she asked me, she was like, are you even afraid to lose me? And I'm thinking to myself, like, what kind of question is that?
That's some heavy dope right there, but it's true.
But it made me kind of reflect. And she was like, well, you don't act like that, Shaw. Mm-hmm. Like, so I'm saying all this stuff. She like, I hear all that stuff you saying, Shaw, but sometimes you don't act like that. And when she said it cut me, bro. And I'm like, dang. Do act like that. And I was explaining to her at times when I act like that, that's my defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I'm afraid I might lose her. And because I'm afraid I might lose her, I be trying to soften the blow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like my defense mechanism is to act, nonchalant. Like, well, shoot, if it just happened, it just happened. Just knowing that ain't what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to play hard in the situation. Like,
pride to kill a man.
Man, what?
Pride to kill a man.
Dog.
Hey, it really will, man. And I like that, man. Like when that she asked you, because sometimes you have to go extreme for somebody to. I tell my wife all the time. Sometimes I have to go extreme with you to get you to get my point. Mm-hmm. And if she would have said something a little softer than that, it might not have stuck like it did what you just did. But when she said, you act like you ain't afraid to lose me, dang, I ain't never sat back and thought about it. Now we're gonna let this marinate.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's gonna sit, it's gonna stick. I might not have got nothing else during this whole disagreement, during this whole discussion that we have, but that right there stuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
That right there stuck. And a lot of times when you getting into a disagreement with your significant other, bro, I tell my wife, man, hey, one of us gotta listen.
Mm-hmm.
One of us got to listen. And like talking about stuff and we arguing back and forth. What do you ever get accomplished? Nothing, man. Somebody gotta be wrong. And sometimes you gotta be wrong when you're dead right.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, and I ain't like how you left the sock on the floor. That's in the back of your head. Don't say it. Don't say it. Sometimes you just gotta listen. And that's how you learn, man. Like, my wife used to say, you listen just to respond.
Yeah.
You listen just to respond. You got triggers and you just respond and you just forget everything we were talking about. Everything that I told you while we in this spot. You heard one thing and it triggered you and you responded. Yeah. Instead of just sitting there. Now I sit there and be like, dang, that's why she mad. I've been walking around here for 3 days not knowing why she mad, bro. Because I ain't listen.
Yeah.
But then because I'm trying to overtalk her.
Mm-hmm.
But then once she say, oh, this is what bothered me. Now I can put my first piece of wood over that little river to try to get to the other side, bro. I can put that first little plank of wood over that river to try to get to the other side because now I know where to start at.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know where to start at. But if I say, oh, you left a sock on the floor, as soon as she say, you hurt my feelings when you didn't show up for this. But you left a sock on the floor. Now she like,
all right.
We get nothing accomplished, man.
At all.
You gotta listen. You gotta be wrong sometimes. And as an adult, matter of fact, as a human being, the hardest thing is being held accountable, man. The hardest thing, what? Being held accountable and feel like somebody little boying you or anything like that, man. Like somebody like it's just as simple as people ask, hey man, if I got a book in my nose, you tell me, yeah. You might see your homeboy with a book in the hey, dang, I don't really want to tell you, man. Like because you don't want to do that. And you don't want to take that. Because even though you telling me something that's for my good, I might be like, dang, bro, you embarrassed me in front of everybody, you know? So you got to be willing to just listen, be wrong. But most part, just listen, man. Like, it be so much stuff that be going through my head sometimes. Like, she done said one of them triggers, bro. She done said one of them triggers, but hey, that's all I can focus on. But hey, just be quiet. Just listen. Just figure out why she mad at you. Now, sometimes, I ain't gonna lie now. Sometimes that trigger is just too much for me, bro. Yeah. That trigger is just too much for me to just like speed past it. Mm-hmm. You know, but for the most part, like I'm learning to be wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm learning, man. And it sounds crazy. People know how to be right. When they right, they'll fight with you. Hey, bro, you can Google that, bro. You can Google that.
All right.
But when they say, bro, I Googled it, man, you was wrong. Oh, man. Hey, go to Yahoo and look that up.
Yeah.
You will fight when you wrong.
Yeah.
You will fight when you wrong, bro. To somebody, hey, this right here, this what it is right here, man. You know, so gotta be wrong, man. Mm-hmm. And you gotta be able to accept being wrong, because being wrong and accepting being wrong is two different things, man.
All right.
It's two different things, man. Yeah, you definitely gotta be able to say, I was wrong and I'm willing to move on. Not I'm wrong and I'm just finna be mad. Cause that's the same thing as arguing, bro. Mm-hmm. If you ain't gonna listen to nothing after that point, so
straight up, dog. Man, I don't want to go too long, cause boy, we can go on go deep into this marriage stuff, man. But even just that little small stuff for listeners out there who ain't married, who thinking about getting married, or just had questions about it. Listen, when I said earlier that free 99, I talk about that a lot on here. That free 99, y'all just got real game. Marriage, that's like half of the battle right there. Mm-hmm. Because everything ain't gonna always be good and kosher. It just ain't that. But knowing how to conflict resolution, that right there, I think that's probably one of the leading causes of marriage. A divorce. People just have irreconcilable differences. Mm-hmm. Because they don't know how to work things out. And so instead of taking the time to work things out with one another and saying, you know, establishing, like you say, this person was wrong. Mm-hmm. And a person accepting that and saying, you know, and not taking that and trying to turn it on the other person, but saying, you know what, I was wrong, I'm going to do better. Mm-hmm. That's like, man, I had the hardest problem with that. You know, still at times it's hard for me to and I be knowing I be wrong, bro. Oh, yeah. Like that's the worst thing about it. I be knowing I be wrong a lot of times, and I try to fight that thing like you said. I want to fight it, to try to be right, and then still end up in the same place, bro. You wrong.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, just accept that, bro. And just be better, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I be trying to be so focused at times on being, you know, I be wanting to be so perfect. You know, as a husband, and I feel like I be doing everything right. And then it just hit me in the face at times. Like, bro, sometimes you just be wrong, bro, and that's all right. It's okay, man. Bro. Like,
it's all right.
Just accept that. Get better, bro. Like, it's that simple. Work on the things that your wife said you do this right, and you feel like you're right all the time. Bro, and learn to just accept. And it's like, that's like marriage. If you can learn that type of stuff, man, you can survive. Anybody survive marriage, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with marriage. Mm-hmm. It be stuff wrong with us, bro. You know, and people say, you know, oh, I wonder why our marriages don't last like our grandparents stuff.
Because they don't want to fight.
We ain't fighting for nothing.
They don't want to fight. Like, it's easier to give up and throw in the towel and fold, man. That's easy. Mm-hmm. That's easy, but the hard part and the ugly part about marriage is I'm going to put on these gloves and go the whole fight. You know, like I'm going to fight the entire fight.
Yes, sir.
And once you make up in your mind that I am going to fight the fight, I'm going to conquer this fight, and I'm going to do something that most people will fold on, man. You know, like I'm going to invest this, whether I got Hey, my homeboys, I can't take your advice, man. I got a couple homeboys that I done been with my lady for 10, 12 years. It's the same thing. No, it's not. And I wouldn't ask you for it. You've never been married a day of your life. You can't tell me what it's like. You know, so therefore, do you like focus and learn each other, man. Like you gotta really like learn each other, man, and really, really listen. I keep going back to that listening, man, because hey, boy, hey, my wife let me know years, hey, you wasn't a good listener. You talking to me like I'm one of them kids, like you wasn't a good listener. You like to talk, but you don't like to listen, you know? So gotta listen, big dog. Gotta listen.
Man, so much truth in that, duh. Man, if there's one aspect of parenting that you want to be better at, that you can be better at, what's that one thing?
One thing that I could be better at. I think I could really be better with not getting as angry with my kids when I expect something. And I told my wife, like, basically, if you eliminate expectation, you got least chance of being hurt and let down. Because I expect my kids to, at 11 years old, to be doing what I did. That's the expectation I have for him. But once I let go of that expectation, then it's like, okay, just because he's doing it this way, it don't make it wrong because I would have did it this way. You know? And I just want to take away that expectation for my kids, making them perfect kids. You know, like I'm like, don't go out there and embarrass me. Don't ever get in no trouble. Knowing good and well, man, I was constantly getting kicked out of class at his age. Their age, you know? I was constantly a trouble, you know? And it's just, I won't, because I am where I am, I want a finished product in my kids, man.
Crazy.
You want a finished product in your kids. When truth be told, like the old saying go, I wish I'd have known then what I know now. And I don't want them to have that regret. But in return, it makes me extra hard on them because I look for them to be perfect. And I'm just eliminating that expectation little bit by little bit. But now that I'm having to pinpoint it, that'll be it. I just want to completely eliminate that expectation, man. I don't want my kids to be perfect at this age. No, man. No.
Drop the bar.
No, man.
Dang.
Yeah, man. Like, that'll be it right there, man. Like, just expecting so much from them, man. You know, just expecting them to make good grades, them to never get in trouble, them to do all their chores. They 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 and 2 and 6 and stuff like that. You know, like, come on, man. How many? I can't tell you how many times my sister did my chores for me so I wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
And my mama knew that my sister was helping me. You need to stop. You're going to spoil that boy. But then if I see my daughter doing my son's chores, I get mad.
Yeah.
I get mad knowing where I came from, but I still get mad because I expect, hey, man, I done taught you this way. You never supposed to deviate from this. I just would eliminate that, man. Like, it make you extra tough on your kids when, like, at times when you just have that high level of expectation, man. Like, you expect them to be good kids. You expect them to have good grades. Yeah, that's just true. I'm never going to stop that, you know, but just like having the bar so high to where they almost got to be without a spot, you know, like that's unfair on my part, man. And I really, that'll be that thing, man. That'll really be that thing, man. Because I always tell, hey, y'all come from a good home, man. Good working mom and dad. You know, so it's just like, you don't have no reason to be doing it. You don't have no reason to be acting like this, conducting yourself in this way, man. Like, you got everything, like, come on, man. You know, but at the same time, some stuff they gotta fall on, bro. Some stuff they gotta fall on, man. Like my little 2-year-old, hey, you gotta tell her, hey, you keep standing up in that chair to get on that counter, you're gonna fall and hurt yourself. You're gonna fall and hurt yourself. You're gonna fall and hurt yourself. One more time for the radio, you're gonna fall and hurt yourself. Guess what? Boom.
Hit that flow.
Got to. You got to every now and then. Now, that hurt, and she knows that now. But my expectation would be, hey, get down from there. I'm gonna pop your little leg. Cause you, I gotta lower that level of expectation for a 2-year-old. You know, so it's just that'll be it, bro. That's it.
Dang, this man just dropped some freaking bars. Boy, that boy just, man, that boy got me analyzing all my parenting up.
Come on, man.
You hear me, boy? Dang. Boy, that boy just dropped bars, dog. Man, I ain't. Boy, like, so much truth in it, bro. And that even go for marriage, dog. Mm-hmm. One of my dogs told me that a long time ago. He said, you cannot have, stop putting expectations on your wife, bro. Mm-hmm. Say anything what you just saying. And it's like, we do that with wives and children. And it's like, we just really expect this perfection, bro.
A finished product, man.
Where we are now in our life. Dog.
It takes special people to buy a project car versus a car that's already done, bro.
Dang.
Feel me? So.
Man, listen. Hey, I'm like I always say, man, this podcast is for everybody else, but this podcast for me. Dad, can we talk? I put this stuff out for everybody else to listen to and to hear and to get stories out of. Man, y'all listen. Dad, can we talk for is for Anthony Ray. Anthony Ray needs help, and I understand that. I'm getting some help tonight. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, I just know, like, boom, I got a game plan now. It's like, it's certain things that I know I got to do, and I just got to do it. The man just dropped some real bars on me tonight, boy. Like,
the step is the first step.
Man, that man just dropped some bars on your boy. For real. Man, I'm going to go with this last question, man. If you had the opportunity to sit just like me and you doing right now, knowing everything you know right now, the current you, and you had the opportunity to sit down with the 18-year-old version of yourself, and you can get that young man one piece of advice going forward, and it's like, dog, what would you tell him?
Don't have to it.
Yeah.
Don't have to it.
Yeah.
Don't have to it. Hey, because I just felt like I went through the motions early in my life, bro. Like I tell my son sometimes, son, don't be afraid to be good at something. Like, really put your best effort forward. Even like in school, man. If I knew I could pass a test without studying, I wouldn't study.
Yeah.
If it was just, man, I have done it for so long, man. Like I would just tell myself, just don't have to do it, man. Give it everything, man. Try hard, man. Like, I could have been. I didn't finish college. It was because I half did it. I really sat there, really had the grades to go. Really statistically should have graduated. But I half did it. Education paid for. But I half did it.
Dang.
Half did it, man. Like, so that'll just be it. The 18-year-old me, boy, like, I was living in a world full of halves, man. Even needed somebody to go half with me on a lot of stuff. Yeah. So it was just, come on, man. Like, I just really, I would really change that, man. Just like giving it everything, man. Whether it be in a relationship, whether it be at a job, just not worrying about the narrative of everybody else, not worrying about, oh, he doing this to do this, oh, he doing that, not caring, just doing it to my full potential, man. To my full potential. That's just it, man. Like, don't be halfway, man. Because even now today, I realize that at my age now, 50-50, like even in the marriage, that ain't nothing right there, man. That ain't nothing. But in my mind, 50% was good enough for 18 years old.
Yeah.
It was good enough, Nah. Definitely would change that, man.
Dang. Yeah, y'all, my boy dropping bars tonight. That's all I can say. The man dropping bombs. Y'all got to pick this stuff up and carry that, because a lot of us do that. I know I do it. And, talking to the current us, don't go halfway. For real, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
No such thing, halfway crook.
For real. But, man, listen, my boy, you dropped them tonight, dog. Drop real deal gems, dog. And that's why I created the podcast, bro. Like I said, it's for everybody else. But this, man, this for me. I need this, man. And I need this time away from the family where I can talk with my brothers, man. And get what I need. And you gave me everything I needed tonight, for real, for real.
Yes, sir.
So
yes,
I
sir.
know if it bless me, it's gonna bless somebody else out there, man, for real. But man, we gonna end it right there, man. Y'all listen. I just pray that my listeners out there, y'all got something from this. You get something from this and you put it into action. Don't just hear it, but do it. You know, if it's something that if it's something that my man said and the shoe fit, wear that shoe. You know, don't just hear it and then don't do nothing about it. You know, for us fathers, we ain't none of us perfect. And this show was never for perfect dads, man. You know, it was for men that have experienced fatherhood. And we're going to tell our stories and we're going to talk our way through this thing, man. And we're going to talk about family and marriage. We're going to talk about all that stuff, man, because we're all, you know, on our journey. We're all growing every day, man. So I just pray that there was something that was said that's going to help you. So for my listeners out there, all the supporters, man, we appreciate y'all, man. You know, we finna get up out of here. You know, it's almost 9:00 p.m. We recording this late at night. We both been gone all day from the fam, man. So we finna get home to these wives, get home to these kids, and we finna enjoy, you know, the rest of this night. So, hey, like I say, dadcanwetalk.com. Find the episode streaming there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Find us on Facebook, Instagram at Dad Can We Talk. And y'all stay tuned, man. You know, we coming up on the end of the year of 2021. It's been a long year, but hey, we still making it. Every day we wake up, open them eyes, and this breath in our bodies, you know, it's a blessing. So, you know, y'all stay tuned, man. We gonna keep this man pushing. We out here.